Happy January 2nd, the very first weekday of the year. We're starting off fresh. Today I learned a couple of very valuable lessons. So first off, I went to the gym at my normal time around 7 a.m. and by the time I finished, it was a madhouse. It is so busy in there, which makes me happy that people are getting out in the gym and they're working on themselves this year and they're really focusing on bettering their own health. It also makes me like a little stressed because I always film in the gym and so I feel weird when there's a bunch of people around. So my mantra and resolution for 2023 is to jump outside of my comfort zone and to see what sort of growth happens when you really challenge yourself and push those boundaries that you established for yourself in the past. So today I broke out my little tripod and I set it up, and it was kind of busy, but I made sure that it wasn't ever in anyone's way, if you know what I mean. But it's still just like the scariness of taking out your tripod and setting up your phone on it and walking away from it, and it's like, it's a little nerve-wracking, but I did it. So I filmed a killer workout today. That is the second lesson that I learned, is my legs are absolutely smashed from today. It was such a hard workout, but it was a really fiery one, so I think that you're going to enjoy it. So I'm going to share that today as well. You're not going to regret it, except all the way through the entire workout and after, but I promise it's a good one, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I just got home, going to make some breakfast because I am starving, but let's have an awesome day. It is a new year. It's time to start fresh. It is a new opportunity to challenge yourself, to grow, to watch what happens between now and this upcoming December. Yes, it is time for my favorite part of the day, breakfast. I really do believe if you just take a few minutes to enjoy an easy, healthy, balanced breakfast, you're setting yourself up for success in the rest of the day. So this is my bagel sandwich that I got to enjoy after my workout, which I'm going to be sharing with you right now. Right, so I'm going to be taking you through my entire leg day. I always do this one on Mondays. It is one of my favorites to do, actually. But I'm going to be showing you one full set of every exercise that I did and sort of just walk you through it. So I'm starting off with a shortened glute position here with hip thrusts. This machine is really awesome. I never used to have this in my old gym, so now that I have access to it, I feel like I've unlocked a whole new level of glute gains. So here we go. It really allows me to just focus on that one plane of motion instead of balancing the barbell per se in traditional hip thrusts. So I'm really focusing on squeezing at the top here, and as I get towards the end of my set, you're going to see my face. I'm absolutely burning here, and at the very end I hold it for as long as I possibly can before I drop down in severe pain, but it's all worth it, I promise. This hurts so good. Next, we are moving on into the hack squat portion. This is honestly only my second or third week of doing these. I actually used to be afraid of this machine because I would watch other people do it and I wanted to do it, but I couldn't really figure out the safety, so I didn't want to get up there. And then at the end of my set, I'm really struggling and then I can't figure out the safety, but I did it. We went outside of our comfort zone a few weeks ago and it's been really great. So this is actually very difficult, even just with your body weight without adding extra weight. So this right here was my first time adding on little 10-pound plates, and boy did I feel it for the next couple of days afterwards. These really get your glutes, your quads, even your calves some. What I will say is it's important to brace your core throughout these to protect your back. On into some stiff leg deadlifts. I'm actually going to show you what we're not going for first. So the traditional RDL where you're pushing your bum back and your knees are bent. Instead, we're going to try to keep our knees a little bit stiffer, actually. And instead of pushing our hips back and our glutes, we are hinging at the hips. So you can really tell the difference here. My glutes aren't going back towards the machine behind me as much as they were in the first rep I showed you. So I went ahead and I did 10 reps of these for 3 sets. By the last set, I was really burning, And if you notice, I curl up my toes at the eccentric portion or lowering phase of every rep, and that's to help me further target my hamstrings instead of my glutes here. So deadlifts do not just serve one purpose for your glutes. I do still feel my glutes in these, but we can really work to target both by just changing up your stance some. Finally, the creme de la creme, glute med kickbacks. Love these, heart these. Put these at the end of my workouts, my glute days, 1 to 2 times a week. And when I started religiously doing these, that's when I noticed my shelf started to be built more. And that's what you hear people talking about. So when you're squeezing your leg back and your glute at the top of every rep there, that's what essentially builds your shelf. So these really do burn. I go for lower weight, higher rep here to really try to get in that burn before I'm finished with my workout for the day. This is where I started getting a little bit nervous because I noticed some people were looking at me because I was filming, but it is what it is. We all have our own thing in the gym, and this is mine. As always, thank you for watching, and if you like this video, tap that subscribe button for more.